more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. And my feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at. Be turning back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. All the blood, sweat, and sacrifice.
Hi, everybody. How is it going? Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the holiday reading. Because I've got such a busy schedule coming up, I figured let's do another show now because next Saturday I'm not going to be able to go live. And then I think the Saturday after that, I think I'm booked up as well. So I might be able to get in another live stream right before Christmas, but I can't make any promises. So welcome. My name is Natalie. I am a psychic medium with the Pendulum's Path. Hey, Teresa. How are you, friend? And I'm here to do some readings. We're going to do some psychic connections. We're going to get some guidance going. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So tag your friends, tag your family, share this out. Let's get this show going, shall we? As usual, I do not guarantee that I'm going to be able to read for everybody. I do not do pregnancy. I do not do health. I do not do legal readings for very obvious reasons. But if you got questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. And I'll see what comes out. I'm really excited tonight. I'm hoping for a big crowd. Let me know who's here, where you're from, where you're watching from, all that stuff. And we'll see what comes out for this evening. Oh, before I get started, I do have a few new products. Hey, Erin. I do have a few new products out in my shop. I've got a peppermint lip scrub, perfect for the holidays. I've got a Feeling Green Healing Balm, which is filled with all sorts of really good essential oils that are great for your skin. And then I'm going to have a lip balm coming out hopefully by mid next week. So we'll see what happens there. And check out my page on Facebook because I've got a list of some weekend events that I have coming up next Friday and Saturday. So yeah, and those will be in Morgantown. I'll be local for once. And January is already starting to fill up for me. So if you want to get a reading, you might as well start booking them now, okay? And if you don't know when you want to book, but you know you want to book one, grab yourself a gift certificate, okay? But hi. I'm going to wait for some people to hop on here. I know it's been a busy week and the holidays are coming up and everyone's panicking about everything. And everyone's having the feelings. Because Mercury is still in retrograde until the 15th, which coincidentally is also going to be a full moon. So that's going to be a fun night. That'll be fun. Why are we throwing cards? The card of support and guidance comes out. That's fun. All right, hit the share button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons. All that stuff. Who wants a reading? Who wants a message? I won't read unless you ask me to. You know? I don't do that. How have you been, Teresa? I know you say good things, but why do I not believe you? or I feel like hesitant to believe. It's not like I'm calling you a liar or anything like that, but I feel hesitant. I'm like, are you though? Are you though? Struggling, huh? I understand that. I feel that. I feel that. I mean, I think everybody is at some on some level, like constantly. You know what I mean? Um, whether it's worrying about like being mad about the past, worrying about the present, or freaking out about the future. At some point, in some level, we're always in some state of like panic. I think as human beings. I even said to somebody once, I was like, if ever I actually felt calm, I think that would actually freak me out. Like I would panic over feeling calm, you know, because I'm so used to just being like, oh, on edge all the time, every day. You know, and then I deal with a lot of people who are on edge all the time, every single day. It's fun. And then there's the dead people. Just kidding. I love all of that. But it is a lot, you know? It's a lot to go through. Well, you want me to pull some cards for you, see what comes out? You don't know how I manage. I just wake up and I go. Technically, my doctor's like, you're supposed to take like 12 weeks off. And then like 4.5 weeks later, I'm like, I'm going back to work. Screw what the doctor says. I can't just sit and do nothing. I'm going to go crazy. Well, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm already crazy. You know. I mean, you worked with me. So you know how weird I am. Well, if you ever want to chit chat or anything, you know, let me know. I, Dustin, seriously, just Jesus Christ. I'm watching and driving. That doesn't feel like that's like the best thing to do. Especially considering your history with motor vehicles in general. Dustin. I hear you. I try to be a good influence on you, boy. I swear. I try my best to be a good influence on you, and you're just bound and determined. I'm totally messing with you. I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. And I know I just heard you like, hey, half of that stuff wasn't even my fault. I know. I know it wasn't even your fault, but still, I realize that. I gotta share this out. Because I forgot to do that. Where's my little button? Oh, it's because I'm in this stream. It's like, oh no, you are in the stream. You can't do anything. There we go. Boop. Perfect. Prairie winds and wildflower spiritual arts. Hi, how's it going? I had to say the entire thing instead of just saying, hey, prayer your wins, because it's more dramatic to just say the entire thing. Oh no, it was never, ever, ever a dull moment, was it? I seem to remember I made you cry. Man, this is not exactly something I'm proud of, but I made you cry on your first day, didn't I? Or was it like your second day or something like that? I seem to remember me getting pulled into the office and was like, can you just do me a favor and just like not make the new hires cry on like their first night. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, sure. No worries. And I'm not gonna explain why either. I'm just gonna make everybody wonder why I'm making new hires cry on their first day. Make people think I was just like a terrible, terrible, terrible person. Which we all know I am. Terrible person. Aw, thanks for digging my energy. I've got cool energy sometimes. Weird energy, but that's just me. Because you're a psychic. Teresa, you need to stop anticipating the worst. My friend, stop anticipating the worst. It's not just like anxiety, it's like this anticipation of, okay, you've got this like anxiety, right? Like you've got like this anticipation that's just like constantly around you, and it's a lot of like dark gray energy, but there's also, how do I word this in a way that doesn't sound like a punch to the gut? Um, that your room is going to be empty. Like there's not going to be people that show up for you, or that like you've put so many chairs out hoping that they're going to get filled, but you're always anticipating no one showing up for you, if that makes sense. Um, Also, that anticipation of negativity is also kind of throwing your balance off a bit, babe. So you've got to maybe start squashing down that darkness and start letting in a little bit more light. Okay. Get your balance back, because it's like lately it feels like, I don't know if you feel like the universe is like actively working against you, like the world is being resistant to you, or maybe it's you are being resistant to the direction that something is trying to take you, whether the universe is trying to take you in another direction or show you something, whatever it is. But you've got to maybe take a deep breath. And I'm not going to say like, give up. Okay, I'm not gonna say like you just need to just willfully just like throw your hands up and just be like, I give up. But you need to relinquish some of that resistance, babe. Okay, and kind of let the universe kind of force you on this journey. Okay. I also feel like that you keep digging for answers as well. You're asking for insight. I don't know if you keep getting like advice, information given to you, and you're just like, I need further information, I need more insight, I need to look deeper and things like that. And I think that you're right, and that's in your own best, it's for your own self-interest. So whatever's going on with you personally, dig a little bit deeper, get another opinion, get several opinions. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is that's going on is going to come to light. Like it's going to be exposed. I even feel like it's not going to be as scary as you think it's going to be, but you're also going to be going through a bit of an upheaval at the same time, or that's just like currently what you're going through because of it. Sometimes upheavals are necessary. Okay, they feel unnecessary, especially like when you're just walking along having a great day and all of a sudden lightning strikes and there's a fire. You know what I mean? But sometimes those fires are necessary. Okay. So I'm sorry you're going through a hard time. That really, really sucks. I'm sorry for you. Well, I'm not sorry for you, but I'm sorry that you're going through that. All right. But try to get your balance back. Make sure that you're getting as much information as possible. Okay. Also, I want to say if something doesn't feel right, it's not right. Okay. I don't know how that makes sense, but yeah. Carrie Ann, seriously, can I get a read? How long ago was it? Like 7 hours ago, you had an appointment with me today. And she's like, can I have another reading? Mm-hmm. See, people, they just come back for more. They're like, I want more. Tell me more. Yep. Yep. You're very welcome, Teresa. You're very welcome. You also need to like advocate for yourself a little bit too. Teresa, just a little bit more. Just advocate for yourself. Okay. I might be addictive. Or I just might be a dick. I don't know. Arca. Yeah, you can get it reading, I guess. I guess. I'm definitely not a dick. I'm just saying, like, I'm not. Or at least I don't think that I am. Thanks, spirits, angels, ancestors, and guides for coming through for Arca. Hey, Arca, can you share this out to like the other spiritual networks and stuff like that that take lives and whatnot? Please. Thank you. So I can now take that one back. Okay, Arca. For those of you that don't know, Arca is also very gifted, intuitive as well. You've got this groundhog of foresight. It won't let me. Well, it won't let me skip to the present. Good Lord. Okay. So we've got this card of insight, this little groundhog here who can predict the future, especially when it comes to the weather. Totally kidding. No, it can't. It's a rodent. Anyway, the foresight that you have, I feel like that I don't know if you've been getting like some freaking like banger hits lately. Like your intuition, your third eye is just like what? Pretty clear. And because of that openness that you're having right now to spirituality, it's also letting in a little bit of mischief as well. I don't know if you have a little bit of a mischief maker in your midst energetically. If you do, which I think that you do, because I really think that you do, you need to do a cleansing in your space. Okay. You've gone through so much change lately, and life has been, I mean, relatively unpredictable. I mean, that's kind of the life of a spiritualist anyway, isn't it? It's just a lot of unpredictability. But I do want to say that there has been kind of like another addition added to your spiritual heritage. I don't know if like another guide has been added to your team or something along those lines, because we've got partnership, we've got heritage, and then we've got like intuition and sacred knowledge here, which is making me believe that you've got another team member kind of hanging around you, um, helping you through this like upgrade that you've been going through. Also, you need to spend more time putting your feet up, girl. Don't make me come over there because I absolutely will. You know that I will. You have a person in your bathroom. Oh, mischief maker. Mmm. Mmm. Mischief maker. Yeah, you might want to do a cleansing there. I also want to see like cleanse the bathroom mirror, the reflective surfaces, all the reflective surfaces. When I say all the reflective surfaces, I'm also meaning like the shower rails, um, any chrome fixtures, even like the bathroom handle, anything that has a chrome or a reflective surface, give it a wash. I say blinking, like staring right at your name, because I know you understand me. Okay. Hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, don't let them lowball you either. Yeah, Dustin, do you not think that maybe the universe is trying to tell you something like maybe you shouldn't be watching your psychic friend live stream while driving? I'm not a fan of reading my own cards either. I mean, I do all the time. Don't get me wrong. I do all the time. But it's like trying to talk to yourself and give yourself advice, you know? You know what I mean? And I get that. It's like, yeah, I just don't want to. I'd much rather have somebody else kick my ass than me kick my own ass. You know, because you already know what you're going to say to yourself anyway, so why bother? Why bother? That's my opinion, at least. Let's see, who's next? It really does. It just hits different hearing it from somebody else, especially someone who doesn't like actually know your situation, like actually like, you know, that's not in it. And knows all the feelings and stuff. It's kind of fun. You're welcome, Ark. I love you lots. Justin's like, I just didn't want to miss it. Well, I appreciate your love, dude. I appreciate the love. People quit messaging me. I'm in a show. Which they would know if they had followed my page. I'm totally kidding. All right. Comment your questions and stuff like that. But let's get into prairie winds and wildflowers, spiritual arts. Okay. Calm down. 1 second, getting a different deck. They're like, do a different deck too. Okay. Okay, throw cards now. I was like, let's just get all of this energy out of the way. Not that you don't already know this, but you do have a lot of divine femininity around you. Like a lot of Venus energy, Aphrodite, Persephone, like all of that stuff, like divine goddess energy. Um, you already know, I mean, I don't need to spell it out for you, but you already have this huge intuition. You are from the lost lands, like I am too. You're from the before time, you're from the present time, and you're from the future time. You're like me. Um, you understand the hidden secrets, the lost wisdom. You may even have like an Egyptian tie or an Egyptian connection or a mysticism around Egypt as well. Because I can see the Eye of Ra, I can see the Ankh, I can even see Anubis as well. So you most likely have a tie to that as well. Let me know if any of this resonates. And you're also a child of the cosmos. Like you have like that universal intelligence already inside of you. I also want to say that you need to maybe work on opening up your heart chakra a little bit more as well. Um, they just made it like hard for me to take like a big inhale as well. Whether you're struggling with like worry, distress, overwhelm, stuff like that, all in this area here, all in the chest area. Um, that overwhelm, that discomfort. Um, you can only go through it. You can't go like over it. I just pulled this card that just says you'll survive this. As well. It says that there's new solutions and new beginnings as well. I also see like I don't know if you are wanting to either A expand or B move to a larger location or that could just both of those things could be synonymous with each other. But I feel like 2025 to 2026 is going to be like this shift of physical expansion for you as well. Does that make sense? Do you know about that yet? Have you thought about that yet? Has that crossed your mind? Okay. Yeah, we've got like this bringing unconscious to light, and like there's like this huge sea of potential, and you're also seeing potential as well. And who knows, maybe I just plant like a little bit of a seed is that in there as well. You never know. You never know. Sometimes you say something and people dismiss it, and then like a year later, what you said starts happening, and they start doing it, and then they go, "Oh my God." Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so you lost your mom in October. So yeah, heart chakra absolutely needs some work. And it does affect the breathing. Yeah. I was like, it just kind of felt like not like congestion. Did she have congestion, heart congestion as well? Because all of a sudden, like I felt like that was like also a little thing. I could also be wrong, and that's okay if I am, but it does feel like this whole space here, like in here, feels heavy physically. Perfect, lovely, wonderful. And you're right, it hits different when you hear it from someone else. You know what I mean? Or at least somebody that is accurate. Not like I am trying to toot any horns at all. I'm not. But yeah, it's like when you hear from somebody that doesn't get it, it's awkward. Which I've come across in people who just aren't intuitive. Yeah, you know. All right. So let's see who's next. Who's next? Phyllis. Phyllis, Phyllis, Phyllis. Let's see here. And if you guys want to send a little tip donation, whatever, to say thank you, um, all of my information was on or is on oh my lord, the description of this live. I was like, I can't think of English words all of a sudden. Phyllis, whether you've done this recently or you need to do this now, you need to start distancing yourself from those that continuously bring wrath into your space and your life. You need to distance yourself. You need to take a different direction, okay? Because the chaos, the mischief, all of that stuff, it's not really going to end, and that's what they're wanting to talk about tonight. Yeah, even like this card of sword, we've got like taking a new direction. You've got to like get away from the chaos, okay? Look at the situation or look at these events from a different perspective. Like if somebody else was telling or describing the situation to you, um, what would you tell them to do in the situation? Okay. Um, I also feel like you might be risking a commitment to somebody, or you don't want to risk your commitment to somebody. But I want to say that you need to be more committed to your own self, to your own sacred space, to like be committed to yourself first, um, instead of those ones that treat you differently, that the way that they treat you is the anomaly. Okay. No, no, just no. Okay. We've got this card of battle here, and it's like you've been in this cycle for a while, and you at what point in time do you just say, you know what, I don't want to fight anymore, I don't want to do this anymore, because all you're being met with is resistance, and that's not cool. You're not going to get anywhere if you keep going against somebody else's opposing force. You know what I mean? If somebody keeps stopping you from moving, whether that's physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever that is, that's not beneficial to you in your future, in your space. I mean, obviously, if someone's trying to stop you from doing something stupid that's going to hurt you and harm you, then yeah, let them. But I don't feel like this is it. Card of Bravery comes out. Take a deep breath and be like, you know what? I deserve the gold medal. Okay. All right. Get down in that communication. All right. I also feel like that this card of heritage, I feel like you've seen this stuff happen before in the past, and I don't want you to have cycles being repeated. So maybe look at navigating some difficult things, but you need to start moving camp, or like find a different camp, or find a different environment. Look, change, adaptation, and change. Sorry to say it like that, but sometimes spirit be funny like that. You know, you need to start setting some boundaries like now, because otherwise you're going to continue to feel like a caged animal in the situation. All right. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anybody, really. So I hope that makes sense for you. And it's up to everybody. Like it's like I can give advice till I'm blue in the face. It's up to you, the viewers, the receivers, to find resonance and take something and do something with it. I can't make you do anything. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things, like if I can see that like you need to get out of a situation, I'm going to say, hey, maybe just just look over here real quick. Look at this. Isn't that better? Let's go this way. You know, I want people to succeed in life. I don't want people to fail. I want people to have good lives, not shit lives. I've had enough of a shit life to want that for other people. You know, that's how I feel. Definitely building boundaries for sure. Do it. Okay. Because it's just, you know, it is one of those little moments of if you give them an inch, they're going to take mile after mile after mile after mile after mile. And then you've been railroaded. And that's not fun. That's not what we want. I don't think. You know? At least I don't think. I don't want that for people. And if anybody wants to book in with me for a private reading so we can get a little bit more detailed, a little bit more personal, because I do try to keep it, I know it sounds weird because I'm trying to be as detailed as possible, but I try to keep things as vague as possible so I'm not like spilling everybody's beans on social media. You know what I mean? So like whenever I'm giving a message, I use a lot of metaphors to try to like relay my message so that people get what I'm saying without everybody being like, oh, they're going through this. Know what I mean? Yeah, for your protection, your peace of mind. Yeah, absolutely. For your mental health, for your spiritual health, all that stuff, Phyllis. You know what I mean? I know that you do. I know that you know that what I mean. I know that you know all that stuff. And being brave, being strong, setting boundaries and being and giving restrictions to anybody or anything in life, it's hard. It's hard. And most of the time, something or someone has pushed you to the point or pushes us all to the point that we have to set a restriction and set a boundary. People don't set restrictions and boundaries just for the fun of it. Or at least in my opinion, my experience, you know. All right, who's next? We have Nettie. Yes, you can. And hi. Do I want another deck? Do I want a different deck? What do we want to do? What are we doing? I have like 25 decks that I can choose from. Like it's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, is it ridiculous? Is it ridiculous? It's my job. You know, if it's a job, is it really ridiculous if you have like an abundance of Oracle decks and Tarot decks? Is it ridiculous? Some people could walk into my office and be like, that's a little excessive. And they could be right. They could be right. They could be right. But for Nettie, I think we're going to pull up the Moonology manifestation deck because it's fun, because it's pretty, because I like it. And I got this one. Came from Alaska. My best friend Lisa went to Alaska and she video called me and I went shopping in Alaska and I sent her money and I was like, I want that and that and that and that. And she brought it back for me. But this deck was to replace my other Moonology deck because it got wet and all the cards got ruined and then I cried for a little bit. You guys don't care about that. Let's see what comes out for Nettie. Thank you, spirits, angels, ancestors, and guides for coming. Okay, you got to push through some insecurities, babe. It's all going to be okay. All gonna be okay. Things are actually gonna like align, but you've got like a lot of like hidden emotions. All right. That are just kind of sitting there that you're not like, you gotta talk to people, girl. You gotta talk to people. Let them know that you're feeling uneasy about stuff because if people don't know that you're struggling, it's just gonna be a very lonely journey. Okay. I don't want people to have a lonely ride. Everyone should have at least one co-pilot in life, you know. Um, know that you are loved. I'm gonna let that sit there. Screenshot that, please, and set it as a background for your phone. Know that you are loved. Love a bull. Know that you are loved. Okay. This card says open up to change, but I just want to see the words open up more. I feel like just opening up is going to be part of the change for you a little bit, if that makes sense for you. You need to open up and maybe go a little bit deeper. It's going to be uncomfortable. Um, it's interesting that all of these cards here, like, okay, all of these cards have like the different phases of the moon here. And it's like all of these cards are all like the same. There's still a lot of darkness. And I don't know if you feel like that there's just a little bit of light in your life, but there is so much. Okay, with the moon, the light's never really gone. It's just on the other side. Okay, so you've somehow got yourself on the wrong side of this energy. Okay, and it's really hard to stay on a path when it's dark at night. It's like if you went for a walk at dusk and you walked a little bit further than you intended, and it got dark and you don't have a phone with you or a flashlight, and you just have to rely on your instincts and not like veer off the path. Okay, all of this chaos and all of this clutter that you've got going on, it's making it hard for you to get any rest at night. It's hard for you to clear your mind. It's hard for you to find like daily motivation to get up and do the things that need to be done until it all piles up, and then you end up having to do like the ADHD panic to sort everything out in time, and it's triggered by anxiety. So, my darling, work on clearing your mind. And you're like, yeah, that's easier said than done. I know it is. But working on meditating, working on clearing your mind, write things down, talk to a counselor, go to therapy, whatever you got to do to clear your mind, go to a rage room, listen to heavy metal, whatever you got to do. Okay. But you got to work on clearing your mind. The more you clear your mind, oh, look at how much more light starts coming back in. And then you can actually see where you're going, and you'll actually be able to like breathe a little bit more. Ultimately, I want you to be proud of yourself. I don't think that you've heard those words. I'm proud of you. I don't know you. I'm proud of you. You've made it this far. Okay. And there are others who are proud of you as well, especially on the spiritual realm and the spiritual side. Times where you actually wanted to throw in the towel and you did, but then you picked it back up again. Okay. All right. And there's also elements, I think, of like forgiveness in there that also need to be worked on. But for right now, until you are ready to get on like the forgiveness train, whoever and whatever that is, work on clearing your mind and also keeping your heart open. Again, look at like the balance here between the darkness and the light. There's so much more light than dark. Okay. So maybe work on that a little bit. I don't know if everybody's like into doing like the New Year's resolutions or New Year commitments or whatever it is. And I mean, in my opinion, is they're kind of silly. You should make resolutions like every month. Try to do something different every single month or every week. Make a commitment every single week to try to be different, to try to make a change, to commit to 10 minutes of meditation or mindfulness or journaling, whatever it is. But work on like clearing that, work on clearing that out. Okay. You're very welcome. And thanks for coming in. I appreciate I appreciate having familiar faces. I love having my familiar faces. I love having you guys here, but I also love having when like new people come in and they've never had an experience with me and I've never met them. And then I start talking about their life as if I've been talking to them about it for weeks, months, years. I'm in it. Hi, Dottie. How are you, friend? I'm glad you thought my TikTok video was funny because I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. And if you haven't followed me, follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, on all of the socials. You can literally find me underneath the Pendulum's Path. You can find me there. Google me. You'll find me. Oh my God, no. Okay. These are scammers. These do not belong. Block user. Thank you. I was like, as I'm sitting here talking about my TikTok video, which was quite literally like a scammer, somebody had come on to my TikTok and commented that they could see my fertility journey and there was a pregnancy around me and all this stuff. And I was like, you can? That's amazing. Because I just had a hysterectomy like a month ago. And I did. And I was like, maybe stop scamming people. Like, you know, yeah. I thought that was funny. Just a words advice. You are very, very welcome. You have a wonderful night too. All right. Who else is in here? Who else wants some information or reading guidance? Who wants to know stuff? And I'll try and see what comes out for you. Get the fuck out, the cat. Destin says, get the fuck out. Yeet. It's like, get out. Like, why are you here? Don't do that. That's gross. Don't do that. But yeah, it was pretty funny when someone's like, I can see pregnancy around you. I was like, that's so crazy. I was like, because I can't get pregnant anymore. So that's crazy. Get bent. Fuck off. Sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes. I made a joke once where I was talking with some friends and I was like, I've got like this really funny theory, right? And I had like this funny revelation at one point in time, and I never told anybody because I didn't think anybody would really find it funny. But I was like, no, these people will. So I'll tell you guys now because I think you guys will find it amusing. So my theory is that my existence before I came to Earth, and all my guides were kind of giving me my instructions on what my purpose was, what my job was, when I was a grown up, was to be a psychic medium. The problem is that I had ADHD before I got here. Okay. So when they were like, so Natalie, you're going to come to Earth and you're going to be a psychic. And I was like, sidekick, got it. And they're like, no, psychic. And I was like, funny comedic relief, understood. And they're like, no, Natalie, you're gonna be a psychic. And I was like, yeah, got it. Funny short guy. And just headed down to Earth, and my spirit guides are like, what do we do now? She just thinks her sole purpose in life is to just be the funny friend, and I've spent my entire life thinking that's what I was supposed to be. It took me 35 years to go, oh, you said psychic, not sidekick. Oh, whoops. That was my funny revelation. If anybody finds that amusing, I'm glad. And if anybody rolled their eyes in contempt at me, I don't blame you for a second. Okay, Dottie, 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 Dottie. You got a lot of stuff sitting on your damn desk. Whether that is just a metaphor for your life or quite literally, you got a lot of shit on your desk and you've got to declutter, okay? You've got to attend to the details and detoxify, okay? You got to detox. And especially as there's a full moon coming up on the 15th, maybe like let some stuff go and start a manifesting list, okay? Also, this clear up that you're going to be going through or doing where you're attending to some big details and just detailing your, like, I know it's literally never just one. It's also going to help you to lighten the fuck. Okay. I'm gonna say this with so much love, but I feel like you've had like chronic PMS for a really long time. Like you're just on edge with everything and everyone, and it's just not been easy for you recently. And if you feel like you are pushing people away and stuff like that, you're not. Okay, you're not. All right, you're going to be able to push through some of these insecurities or all of the insecurities. It's just going to take you a little bit longer than it does other people because of the way that you are, and that's okay. But I'm going to drill this into your goddamn head, woman. I swear to God, because your father is screaming it. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. I know. I was waiting for that. She's like, I will tell you, I'll spill all the tea later. I figured. Okay. But you have got to be proud of yourself. I'm going to smack you with that skillet later. Okay. I also want you to start trusting the universe a little bit more. Okay. I know that you're still, it says, I'm like, I know that you are. I don't know that you are because I don't actually know what's going on. Okay. Pushing through the insecurities, and you still got to take a step back and like keep assessing some situations. Okay. There's still some stuff that's still got to be figured out. All right. In the meantime, would you just freaking relax? Have a bath. Drink some water. When was the last time you actually just had water? Okay? Because you're kind of blocked up, girly. Like this says release your blocks, but this came out upside down. So, yeah. Okay. Trust that all will be well. And I know that you already know that, like, no matter what, things are going to be okay. They're going to work out. It's going to be fine. But it is hard when things are hard to keep that little bit of foresight in the forefront of your prefrontal cortex. I just want to say the word front as many times as humanly possible. I feel like I just need to say that. I don't know why. Gotta make it weird, right? Gotta make it awkward. Can't be serious. I hope that makes sense for you, because that's my tagline. you know? All right, I think I got time for maybe one, maybe two more. If anybody else is in here, wants a message or card. That stupid knock knock joke. And if someone says a knock knock joke, I don't actually have any in the thing in my brain. So much of it, yes. Well, I figured so, but I'm glad that it does. I'm glad that it makes sense. I'm gonna have to eat food after this. I'll definitely hit you up, or you can just send me paragraphs. You know what? I knew you were gonna do that. Knock knock. Are you asking me a knock knock joke? You're asking me to tell you a knock knock joke. I mean, I have a lot of really bad jokes. They're not all knock knock jokes, though. One of my favorite stupid jokes is, where does Napoleon keep his armies? And then the response is, up his sleeves, and it gets everybody just smart ass. I know he's just been sitting there this entire time just laughing at my stupidity. It's all right, I'm used to it. I'm a cheese ball. Or as one of my very best friends very affectionately calls me, dipshit. Feel the love. It's like, what's up, dipshit? Just like, really? I'm letting you run this one, Aaron. See, my favorite knock knock joke is knock knock, and then you say who's there, and then I say interrupting cow, and then you say interrupting, and then I go moo. I have a dream that one day I'll be able to become like a cow and just assimilate into the bovine culture and just live in a field and eat grass and just not give a shit about anything other than just eating grass and giving shit. And then growing, psilocybin mushrooms and then be a trippy cow. That's my dream. That's like a fever dream. All right, folks, since no one else wants reading, no one else wants me to pull cards for them. That's fine. Check out my website. There's all kinds of cool stuff on there that'd be great for holiday gifts and whatnot. I will be at the Moonrise Market on the 13th and 14th of this month. So that's like coming up next week. So I'll be there on Friday and Saturday. I think those are the dates. I could be wrong. I probably am. It's okay. It's fine. But I'll be there on Friday and Saturday, so you can come by to my table to get your stuff in person, or you can order it from my site and I will either ship it to you or I'll drop it off at your house if you live locally to me. And then I might have an event coming up in Hazleton, West Virginia in January. I'm not sure, but that's probably going to be a thing too. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Make sure you go to my website, www.thependulumspath.com. Check me out on Facebook, on all of the social medias and stuff. Hit all the buttons, click all the things. Share me out with your friends, family, and even people that you don't like that need a spiritual kick up the ass, because most of the time they do. You guys have a wonderful evening. Have a great rest of your weekend. Don't know when I'm going to go live next, but I will check my calendar. And as soon as I know, you will too. Love you guys. Bye.